They call me crazy cause I'm facing all my giants. They try to scare me into thinking I can fight it. They tell me I should never even think of trying. But that's just me, I'm gonna live out in defiance. Now's my time and I won't hesitate. Now's our time and we are tempting fate. Now's our time and we won't hesitate. So come on.
So lots of different hats. You're probably wondering what the different colours are. Our yellow hats.
Good evening. After months of planning and even longer in training, the organisers and the athletes respectively are ready for Long Course Weekend Wales, powered by Hugh James, here in the stunning town of Tenby. They always turn out in huge numbers to support this event. It's absolutely superb. Long Course Weekend Wales has been running since 2010. It's now entering its 15th year, 13th edition, owing to COVID. And there's been a growing sense of anticipation around the town and the villages over the last few days as the organisers have prepared the swim, the bike and the run. This is going to be a massive test on all sorts of different levels. We commence this evening with what is referred to as the Zone 3 Wales swim. You will see various caps. In yellow, they're going for the full Monty. That is the 2.4 mile swim, 112 miles on the bike tomorrow, and then finishing with a marathon on Sunday. Lots of competitors today going for one lap, which is 1.2 miles. And then we've got plenty of juniors as well. Over the course of this weekend, we'll have 10,500 entries. 2,000 tonight in the swim, 3,500 for the Wales Sportive powered by Pedal Cover tomorrow. 4,500 for the run on Sunday, which is the Vela Forte Wales Marathon. There's a half marathon and a 10K and a 5K as well. And on top of all that, we have 750 children also competing. I think I first covered Long Course Weekend Wales back in 2013, and I just couldn't believe the atmosphere in towards the finish. It's a very, very special place, this. Long Course Weekend is a growing entity. We've already had the event in Mallorca. That was on the 19th of April. Following Long Course Weekend Wales here in Tenby, we'll have a brilliant weekend in Belgium towards the end of September, and Long Course Weekend Yorkshire also early in the autumn. But the full focus is on Wales at the beginning of what promises to be a fabulous weekend of racing. And the organisers do a really good job here, because we don't often, touch wood, get very high waves here. It's a protected bay, it's an iconic bay, and it's a great way to start, especially for those going for the full collection of medals. And the way they present the fourth and final medal to those doing the big one on all three, as I mentioned, the 2.4 mile swim, the 112 bike, and then the marathon on Sunday, it's beautifully done with a lot of thought about the athletes and the training they've put in to be ready. Light fluttering of breeze, you can see that with the Zone 3 flags. Lots of people to say thank you to across the weekend. All our sponsors, Zone 3, Pedal Cover, Vela Forte, Coastal Cottages. And some of these men and women will be pretty fast. What's interesting about this, of course, it's the Long Course Weekend, so there'll be a lot of attention on Sunday on those vying for the overall title. But we've got individual titles as well for those choosing to specialise in one of the three disciplines. And there will be some very, very quick swimmers here this evening. I believe those in the white caps are doing 2 laps. If you're new to triathlon, I quite like this. They call it the Australian exit. Basically, you've got to run out the water and then dive back in again at the beginning of lap 2. Always adds a degree of intrigue. We've got the flotilla out on the water. The adrenaline will be beginning to mount. Official start time is 6 o'clock, and those who are taking this at a more leisurely pace must complete the first lap of 2 within an hour. And a little bit of advice, I know the organisers are always prepared to do what they can for the full distance long course weekenders to make it to the legendary finish line on Sunday. The idea is for these men and women not to hammer themselves after the first event. When it's all being done in a single day, there's perhaps a touch more caution. When there's a night's sleep between swim and bike and another night's sleep between bike and run, there's a temptation for these men and women to bury themselves and leave the tank noticeably short, waking up on Sunday thinking, I've got nothing left here and I'm about to do a marathon. So it's not about going too hard too early. But a great atmosphere. It's a really, honestly, it really is a very, very well organised event. I had a brilliant time when I used to present the show many moons ago. Now delighted to be on commentary duties. Water nice and calm. Some opting to go in, others not. When we get to Sunday, we'll do our level best to do some individual identifications. I know there'll be friends and family, relatives, work colleagues, schoolmates not able to make it to Tenby. Not necessarily easy to do IDing at the swim stage. And you can't obviously see the numbers. But it's a brilliant spectacle. Flags are fluttering, it's picking up a little bit. So, the time is ticking down. There is a lot to do between now and the crowning of the champions. The overall long course weekend champions, Liam Lloyd and Natalie Lawrence. Emily Marchant's been on the podium the last 2 editions. She got a silver in 22 and a bronze last year. Liam Lloyd took a couple of goes to win this one. He was 3rd 2 years ago before winning it last year ahead of Don Brooks, who was the defending champion and came ever so close. It's a great sight. And those at the front really are very, very quick. Tenby provides such a fantastic backdrop. You can sense some tension on those faces. Whether you've done a triathlon or whether you're a dedicated cyclist or purely a runner, everybody who's ever done an endurance event knows exactly how these men and women and the children that we'll see are feeling. The last 15-20 minutes before a massive endurance test is so nervy. It's almost a relief when you can actually start and get on with it. Months and months of training, you've got to pace yourself. So just a reminder, the yellow caps are doing the full long course weekend. White are doing the 2.4 miles, I believe. Pink are going for 1 lap. And around and about, we might spot some green swim caps. Those will be the juniors. And orange is half distance long course. So that will be a 1.2 mile swim, 70 miles on the bike tomorrow, and a mere 13.1 on Sunday. So lots of titles to aim for. And lots of attention on the long course weekenders. $650 men have entered. 174 women. Got just under 150 men for the half long course, 80 women. And a great collection of juniors. Ah, good dance moves. Massive numbers entered for the 112 mile sportif tomorrow. Just inside 1,400. So when we get going, we can get a glimpse of 1 or 2 names. Less than 15 minutes to go. And this epic test of patience and stamina will shortly begin. I mentioned we've got a huge number of sponsors to thank. We've got the likes of Hugh James, Vela Forte, ZONE3, Erdinger, Red Bull, Pedal Cover, Prince's Gate, Coastal Cottages, JCP Solicitors. Without them, this wonderful weekend just wouldn't be possible. So thank you to all our sponsors. Each of them deserves a mention ahead of the action commencing.
Red Bull gives you wings.
A wonderful country with great cuisine, great culture, and excellent banter. And there's plenty of that here, just ahead of the start of long course weekend, powered by Hugh James here in Tenby. One lap swimmers, two lap swimmers, and those hoping to grind out to a glorious finish on Sunday afternoon at the end of a literal and metaphorical sporting marathon. You can sense the pent-up energy here. Organisers have got everybody in position. Tonight, just once again, if you're joining us or you're dipping in and out the coverage, we'll do our best to give some of the main protagonists a mention as the evening unfolds. The dance music's being pumped up to an even higher level. This is the Zone 3 Wales swim. There are those only competing this evening in the water, and there are others getting ready for the first instalment of 3. Just getting their instructions. Some voices of experience here. The organisers have done a great job. Yeah, we're watching. 15:40. She looks a little bit pensive.
I promise you, if you look at your Garmin, you will have a mini panic attack as you swim towards that first buoy. It does take a long time to get there. All right, you're into the current all the way to the first buoy, but please don't panic on your times.
Some great shirts by the volunteers down by the water.
You head towards the RNLI station on your right-hand side. That bit,
Less than 10 minutes to go now until the official start.
to sight a little bit more often than not, the boats will come at you fairly quickly. All right, so when you come back, you'll feel it anyway. But you'll make
Good point there from the
as you turn then at the lifeboat station,
guys on the PA, reminding these men and women to look up and sight. There's no black line on the bottom of a pool. Go on, Jack, he says.
You're done. You don't want to carry on. Come down the finish line. You'll still get a medal. Hand your chip in. All right. It's the reason we do an Aussie exit. We get you out of the water. You reassess and you're back in. But I promise you.
Just a clarification, the Australian exit. So out the water and then a quick dive back in for those doing 2 laps. 1.2 miles, 2.4 miles.
Straight out on the exit here. Just swim for the gap. You'll see it as you come back in. It's a lot easier to sight because it's really high up in the air. When you're in the water, the
Really looking forward to this.
Going on. But as you look forward, just look in the air. There's a gap in the buildings behind us. It's really obvious, and you'll see it there.
Some very quick times in the water.
2 things to do. Hands in the air, please.
2.4 mile swim record is Ollie Signorini. He swam 42.35 back in 2017 for the men, and Jazz Carling swam 46.50. The 1.2 mile record was Jack Southam in 2019, inside 23 minutes, and Rosie Clark in 2017 swam just a couple of seconds outside 25 minutes. Very, very quick times.
We'll see you on the finish line, guys.
Fastest marathons, Matt Jones, 2:35 back in 2016. Emily Marchant last year, 2:56. Sub 3 hour marathon after a 2.4 mile swim and 112 on the bike. Final instructions have been issued. I'm sure 1 or 2 of you are feeling nervous at home if you're watching a loved one or a friend. Trained properly, they're ready to go. Swimming against the current up until the first buoy. You can see the tides just beginning. The waves are coming in. But they'll be absolutely desperate to start now. They really will.
Nowhere to hide now. We just got to enjoy it. Give yourself room, guys. Let that lead group go. Your time will not start until you hit the mat. So there is no rush to cross that line. Last start.
So among the names, we've got Liam Lloyd and Natalie Lawrence, the 2 defending champions. Don Brooks is back. He's been on the podium twice in a row because he won it in 22 and then finished runner-up to Liam last year. Ollie Whitby will be there. Emily Marchant back in. Marchant, who was second 2 years ago and third last year with that brilliant marathon inside 3 hours. There's some good athletes here. And of course, there's plenty of others for whom completing within the allotted time at the end of the weekend will be a magnificent achievement. They will all be cheered. The finish on Sunday really is absolutely legendary. It's one of the best in the world in terms of the way it's organised and the way it's done, and the respect and dignity and enthusiasm and knowledge from the crowd afforded the finishers. It's one of the reasons why so many people come here. Waves are picking up a fraction. Oh, they must be absolutely desperate to start. 15th year, 13th edition. It all started in 2010. been a real labour of love for Matt Evans and the rest of the team. In fact, they put so much energy into Sunday that they set a limit of long course weekend, full long course weekenders at 1,000, so that they can give every single one of them an individual name check on the red carpet on Sunday afternoon.
3 minutes to go.
Less than 3 minutes. Oh, it's just the tension, the bobbing up and down. You feel like you need to go to the toilet 15 times, even though you've already been and there's nothing there. 2.4 tonight, 112 tomorrow for the sportive, and then the marathon on Sunday.
It's the final count.
Names to watch out for. Apart from the ones already mentioned, Stephen Derrett might have a good combined time. Craig Burrows, Edward Castro, and for the women, Sarah Thomas, Claire Turner and Chloe Davis. And there's one long course legend, goes by the name of Nicky Rees. He competes for the Five Frogs Tri Club. He is an ever-present. He's the only one. He is the only member of the field to have done every single full long course weekend Wales since it began in 2010. Right. The clock is ticking. 6 o'clock will signal the beginning of the adrenaline rush into the water. Those with experience, if they're not the quickest, will look to go a little left or a little right just to get some clear water around them. Last moment of reflection, going through their mental notes. Ready to burst into life. The 13th edition of the Long Course Weekend Wales, powered by Hugh James, is just about to start with the Zone 3 Wales swim. Here we go, says the singer on the PA system. The dance music's booming. Now the countdown. And they're off. Months and months of training and months of planning by them and the organisers. And at last, they are away. Two laps for some, one for others. Nice and steady for those in the middle of the pack. It's an absolutely brilliant sight. Every triathlon I've ever had the privilege of working on, with the pyros going off in the background, I've always thought when you get these incredible shots where you just see the arms, it's almost like triathlon's version of the leaping salmon. Black arms coming up on the front crawl. We've got a lone leader already. Now remember, white caps are going for the full distance. They may well be the out-and-out swim specialists. Yellow means they're also going for the sportive and the marathon on Sunday. So you probably would expect those in the white caps to be setting the pace. And that looked like the early leader was wearing a white cap. Pink means they're just doing the 1 lap this evening. And orange means that they are competing over the whole weekend, but over the half distance. And by the way, the junior long course weekend is 1 lap in the swim, 1.2, 40 miles on the bike and finishing with a 10K run. The fireworks start. Great support, brilliantly organised. If you're watching this thinking, I fancy it, sign up. Honestly, it's a brilliant weekend in Tenby. Fantastic place to come at any time of the year, but especially on long course weekend. Nice and steady for some of the rest. No point going too hard too early. It'll take a while for everybody to get in the water, which is why the cut-off for those doing 2 laps is 1 hour. And as you heard on the PA, the Australian exit also allows, from a safety point of view, just to take a little assessment as to how comfortable someone's looking, because obviously their physical safety is of paramount importance, and there might be 1 or 2 who just give off a few signs of intense levels of fatigue after one circuit, and the organisers might say, hey, we'll give you a medal, let's call it there and come back and join us again next year. So the Australian exit is dramatic to watch, but it also serves a useful purpose from a safety perspective. But what a sight that is. So good to see when the majority of the field are in the water and on their way. That's the triathlon leaping salmon shot I was talking about. I absolutely love that. And when you're in that melee, you're desperate for some clear space around you, especially if swimming isn't your number one discipline. I haven't done loads of triathlons, but my favourite event was running, so I was always really conscious of not being worried about taking a little bit of extra distance to just get some clear space around me in the water and just let the fast swimmers, who for one reason or another have ended up starting further back down the field, just go wide and let them come through and do their thing. It's your own it's your own journey, your own battle. A lot of concentration needed as well. Brilliant moments. It looks like it might be one of the cameramen coming back, yeah. As they all come past. The wetsuits are useful as well. I always enjoy swimming in a wetsuit, not being a brilliant swimmer, because it just gives you that extra couple of % of buoyancy where otherwise your technique, if you were just in trunks or swimming costume, would let you down a little bit. You feel like you're up for it in a wetsuit. Well, I do anyway. Great shots these by the camera crew. Big team assembled this weekend. It won't be easy to give your individual friends and loved ones a shout out in the water. No, I'm just clicking on the official results at the moment on the Long Course Weekend website, it looks as though, or the information that I'm seeing at the moment, is it Dan Casey going well at the front? We'll try and keep an eye on that. So we'll do our best if we get some shots. And we'll keep an eye on the clock as well as we edge towards the long way to go, but as we get towards the end of the first lap, with those records from Ollie Signorini, 42.35, and Jack Southam with his 22.49. I just noticed one or two there having a breather. There's two having a chat. No harm in a little bit of breaststroke if someone's accidentally come past and you've swallowed a little bit of water. No harm at all in turning on your back and just getting yourself comfortable again. There's plenty of space out there, actually. It looks like people are being pretty considerate. Glancing up occasionally to make sure that their line of sight means they're not veering off in the wrong direction. Watch as well for those who, the really good swimmers who, I don't know how they do it. They just seem to effortlessly be able to breathe on both sides, and it looks like there's no thought gone into that whatsoever. But there'll be plenty who just for some reason are comfortable on one side. I was certainly in that bracket. I can only turn to my left and breathe. I just find it so awkward to turn my neck to the right. And unless you're trying to win the event, win Long Course Weekend Wales, it's whatever works for you. But it's quite a sight when you see somebody in full flow, breathing and moving so smoothly on both sides. The first athlete rounding the buoy. Safety boats out there keeping a close eye, making sure everyone's okay. Powerful strokes there. Hard to tell, is that white or... Thought for a moment that was a yellow cap, but that might actually be white. Good lead. Look how powerful the stroke is against those waves. If I get a glimpse of the names, I'll try and help you out. God. Such power on the very top of your picture. That's great work. Men and women on the safety boards. Well, they've got the best view in the house on that particular leg. They're second, so we've got two. Quite a big gap back to third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Then they're single file. We've yet, as the camera panned off left, you've yet to get a big group all swimming together. Haha. Hoods are up, but smiles on faces. It's a massive boost for the economy, this event. I'm reliably informed the event generates the equivalent of 160,000, yes, 160,000 nights of accommodation, including the weekend and pre-event training on the course. Benefits the local economy to the tune of £35 million. And there's a long course weekend legacy programme out of this, set up to invest in local children. When the organisers found out that apparently 52% of children leaving primary schools in Wales couldn't swim, they decided to help out in Pembrokeshire in terms of the funding of swim teachers. And Long Course Weekend Wales now pays for swimming in 16 schools and funds coaching with a pass rate of over 80%. And they also offer to pay for bikes so that children can learn to ride a bike at primary school. Good for fitness, but obviously very important life skills to be able to swim and get themselves out of difficulty should the need ever arise. So there's a massive impact on the local economy and the local schools. Matt Evans and his team done a brilliant job. They won't be getting much sleep over the next 3 days. They'll probably be as tired as the athletes themselves by the time Sunday night rolls around, but they take a great deal of pride in laying on a wonderful event, which they always do in fine style. So there's a little group of three, and these shots are good. I know they're disappearing from focus occasionally, but just giving us an indication this is tough. So the record, the men's record, is about 42.5, with the women's just inside 47 minutes. It'll be interesting to see how long it will take the leading men and women to get to the Australian exit. Whitecaps, remember, are doing the 2.4. It looks a bit lumpy out there, actually, doesn't it? But you can see the power in the strokes of those men and women out towards the lead. Finished school for the weekend. Ready to cheer on. Friends, maybe mum and dad. So we've been going for what? Just around about 15 minutes or so. So I wonder how soon after 20 past we will see the first of these swimmers getting to the halfway stage of their 2-lap journey. We'll do our best to keep you updated over the course of the 3 days. My name's Rob Walker. Cover a lot of snooker in the winter and the spring, and very privileged to cover athletics and triathlons in the summer. I'll be here this evening and for the Sportive tomorrow and for the men's marathon and 10K. But while we wait for the leading contenders to complete the first circuit of 2, and we'll keep a close eye on the clock, now is an opportune moment to just in brief thank some of the sponsors without whom this brilliant weekend, contributing much to the local economy and school children, just wouldn't be possible. Tourism's such a huge draw for Wales. That's certainly one of the reasons why so many people have flocked to Pembrokeshire this weekend, and for the last, what is it, decade and a half now. So much to see and do around the Welsh coast. This is really powerful swimming. Now, if the stats I've got on the website are accurate, we may have Gemma Jones as the leading female at the moment, with Dan Casey, maybe Ryan Williams. I've got 10:38 for Williams and Clayton. So let's see. If that's Ryan Williams, then on his swim cap when he comes out for the Australian exit, it'll be 13:26. Fantastic technique. Such strength.
So we got eyes on that swim out the rope now. They're on a 1.2 mile or 2.4. extra lap. 2 races today.
So,
Full distance of the
watching and waiting for the first of thousands of Australian exits. Brilliant swimming here. White cap, so assuming this is a male, if it is a male, he or she will be, coming out, ready for that Australian exit and entry. Monstrous stroke, and you can see really good technique to look up as well as to the left or right. It's one of the camera crew there getting some shots and quickly getting out the way. That's fantastic swimming, it really is. So is it Ryan Williams? 13:26. Hard to tell. Big lead. The lifeboat launch in the background. Great applause from the crowd. He glances over his shoulder. It looks like Nathan Hughes, I'm hearing on the PA. And that's great swimming. Just around about 23 minutes. So Nathan Hughes safely out and back in again. So, a long course weekender now in second place in this Zone 3 Wales swim. Looks good. Compact running style. Checks his watch. Still only on around about, what, 6:24. This is excellent swimming. And remember, he's thinking about the Sportive and the marathon on Sunday. Nathan Hughes in the white cap, who's leading, is gunning for glory tonight. A long course weekender in second and third, it looks here. These are still brilliant swimmers coming home at the halfway stage. In or around 25 minutes. Edward Castro has just been mentioned by the PA announcer. Castro, one of those fancied on his aggregate times across the swim, bike and run. Now, the reason we've got winners coming in is that there are those, I say only, in brackets, doing one lap. And Hannah Monday going well at the early stages of the swim. The official split for Nathan Hughes at the halfway stage was 23:07. That is very, very good swimming indeed. Donald Brooks, now that's an important name because he won it in 2022 and was second last year. Sean Petty coming through.
Sean Petty's first ever long course weekend.
Oliver Simon still going strong. He won the first edition and the second and was on the podium in 2012. Won it back in 14 and 15, on the podium again in 16. He's an absolute legend of this event and was victorious before we took a 2-year break owing to COVID. Having a great swim so far. Edward Castro, his split was just inside 25 minutes. Lloyd Roswell, 25 on the nose. Liam Lloyd, 25.06. So to put that into context, Lloyd, as the defending champion, is around about 2 minutes down on Nathan Hughes. Hannah Monday with a handsome lead in the women's event. She's gone through her official split 25.15. So Hannah was 6th overall at the halfway stage. Kit Walker back in for the second lap. These are still excellent swimmers. We haven't gone past 6:30 yet. Bronwyn Clissoyd. Some really good swimming going here. The gaps seem big at the moment, but remember, for those contesting the long course weekend, there is a long, long, long way to go. Huge amounts of time can be lost or made up if they hit the wall, either on the bike or possibly on the marathon. Lily Mae Mustoe safely through. Bronwyn Clissoyd, by the way, we just got to mention and saw her name check, 28.20. So comfortably inside half a minute. Oh, sorry, half an hour. Half a minute, that would be impressive. Just to give you a quick rundown then, Kit Walker going through in 11th, 27.43. Guto Morgans was inside 28 minutes at the halfway stage. Eloise Crowley going well, 28.07. Amy Stokes, 28.08. Keris Thomas, 28.10. A whole host of men and women inside half an hour for the first of 2 circuits. Really impressive. Paul Setman at the halfway stage, so too Kelly Morgan. Now we're over the half-hour mark. The last athlete to get through halfway, under half an hour, was Jordan Discombe. 29.40.
Casey, another long course athlete, as Dave Coates and Oliver Griffiths from Team Prab Endurance. 2 laps, 1 lap to go, gents.
So we're now into the 32 minute territory. Great work from the camera team. It's still pretty much single file as they come in. This is still a great effort. 1 lap swimmers coming in for their finish. Jaden Morgan, Matt O'Connor, Jess Crawley all inside half an hour for that 1 lap. Almost 50 through at the halfway stage of the 2 lap swim. Can feel a little bit dizzy depending on the quality of your swim stroke. If you keep looking up and then you're breathing left, it can be a bit disorientating when you get out of the water. But a good chance to reset. Nothing wrong with a little walk. Shout out for one of the camera operators who's in the water. Great effort. So Nathan Hughes was leading by around about 150 from Edward Castro, with Lloyd Rosewell also just around about 2 minutes down. Liam Lloyd defending champion in 4th. Hannah Monday going brilliantly. She was in 6th overall. Eloise Crowley not too far behind her. More than 60 swimmers through their first lap inside 33 minutes. Really good going. Well done to Dan Nicholas, Clive Williams, Mike Davis, Richard Fowle, Sarah Thomas. That's a nice way to do it. Just give the eyes a rest from the goggles. A little wave to friends and family and to the cameras. And then cracking on with the second lap. Good work, nice and steady. No need to rush. Great work from the supporters as well, keeping the energy going. Plenty of long course weekenders here, just at the halfway stage. We're now at what, 25 to 7. Good swimming so far. Catherine Ford, Rich Long, Ben Curtin, Cameron Tallis coming in. Plenty just going for the 1 lap. That's no mean feat. Good finishes by the 1 lap swimmers, and the juniors as well. Well done, Martin Oakhill, Dave Holloway, Martin Spencer, Dave Mort, Jason Browning, Lloyd Davis. Right, Lisa Dowler, Ryan Evans, Sam Hayes, good work from all of you. Brad Clark, Chris Fletcher, Adam Morgan, Connor Dimmick at the halfway stage. So too Beck and Reese and Elwig. Peaver, Jackson, Kent, all going for 2 laps. They're beginning to really streak through now. Over 100 at the halfway stage. 100th through the Australian exit was Daniel Nicholas, 34.18. And still we wait to see whether Nathan Hughes can hang on to his lead of almost 2 minutes. Hughes from Castro, from Rosewell. Hannah Monday, by far and away the leading female swimmer, with Eloise Crowley almost 3 minutes behind. Amy Stokes, Caris Thomas, Natalie Lawrence and Chloe Davis going well. All of them inside half an hour. But it's Hannah Monday who headed off on that second lap with a big, big lead. A snazzy version of Poker Face booming over the PA. Andy Taylor, Josh Davis, Ian Denning. Orange is the half distance across all 3 days. Yellow or gold, whatever your interpretation is, they're doing the full package. 2.4, 112 in a marathon. Jay Brace, Rosie Courts, Mike Newman, Richard Airy. Way over 100 through the halfway stage. Fascinating to see what these gaps look like. The top 100 are through. We had exactly 26 male and female swimmers through inside half an hour for the first lap. And 84 getting to the halfway stage in under 34 minutes. Great swimming. Nine women inside half an hour. Rachel Sion, 29.37. But then a whole host in the early 30s. Emma Gardner, Emil James, Kelly Morgan, Jess Hannay, Amy Durrant, all coming home inside 32 minutes at the halfway stage. Well done, Louise Madge, Darren Ford, Mike Bird, Alex Griffiths, Andy Williams, Alison Schofield. Loads and loads of swimmers exiting the water now. Well, the leaders have been out in the water. Well, they all have, but the leaders will be deep into that second lap. 6:40 local time, depending on if you're tuning in. If you're based abroad and you're coming into or tuning in to see a friend or a loved one. Well, with first laps of 25 minutes from women's leader Hannah Monday and 23 minutes for Nathan Hughes, might not be too much longer before we see the likes of Nathan Hughes edging towards the finish. I know a lot of people are excited about Edward Castro, in terms of the overall performance across the long course weekend. Fascinating to see whether the graphics indicate he might have closed the gap on Nathan Hughes, or possibly not. Hughes looked so strong, especially head on into those waves. Craig Andrews, Martin Oliver, Sean Durham, Graham Starmer, Matt Dawes, Nick Wood, Abby Lewis. Brilliant. Great efforts here. Still only about 40 minutes of swimming. Remember, the cut-off for those hoping to do the 2 laps is an hour, so there's plenty of time left. Karen Foley going well, Becky Dewitt, Ryan Doyle, Tyler Too Good. What a name that is for a triathlete. Too Good. Carl Lewis, another great name. Remember watching him in the inaugural World Athletics Championships in 1983. I'd never seen a runner like it. One of the all-time greats. Matt Busby, Nigel Griffiths, Nikki Powell, Catherine Thomas. Dozens and dozens coming through every few seconds now. That's the way to do it. Orange cap, bottom right. No need to rush. He's thinking about the 70-mile bike ride tomorrow and the half marathon on Sunday. The half long course weekenders, also fine specimens for getting through a 1.2, a 70 and a half marathon. Damien Waters, Luke Marshall, Dale Etchells, Drew Davey, Jesper Pedersen, Andy Luff. Part 1 of 3 complete for those in the orange caps. Lap 1 of 2 for those in the white and the yellow. Gareth Allison, Andrew Davis, Jason Freeman, Kelly J. Howes, she's on 1 lap of 2. Jeff Adams, Scott Powell, Sam McGibbon. Pete Bird is at the halfway stage, so too Daniel J. Haley Collins at halfway, Tom Maloney. Great effort from these men and women. Really good going. Now we need to pay close attention, because with that split of 23.07, Nathan Hughes, it's going to be hard to pick him out. But Nathan Hughes could be storming his way through the field here, catching up those coming towards the end of their first circuit. And unless he has significantly slowed, he's not going to be far away from finishing his second lap. If he can keep that momentum of 23.07. He could be on for a very, very good time indeed. We're now on, what, 45 minutes or so. So we're watching and waiting. It won't be long. Nice and steady for one of the long course weekenders. Hoping to go all the way to Sunday afternoon's red carpet. And it really is. It sounds like an exaggeration. It's not. The way the organisers do it on Sunday is absolutely brilliant. Rich Corley, Kim Mosley, Lydia Dilks, Matt Rayson, Sally Harris, Darren Lynch, well done to you. James Ryder, Rob Graham, Ewan Roberts, Emma Thomas, Graham Withers, Luke Ormond going for the full 2.4. It won't be long, you know. If Nathan Hughes is still in the lead, let's see how close behind Edward Castro is. Let's see if Hannah Monday could get close to the top 3 or 4. Hannah was in 6th overall after that first lap. So it is going to be a little bit of a melee. We are going to have the leaders coming in, trying to barge their way past those rather more gently navigating their way across the sand. It might not be long. 23:07 for lap 1. The order at the end of the first lap was Hughes, Castro, Rosewell, Lloyd, Hahn, then Monday leading female and 6th overall. Still watching and waiting. Interest gathering at the finish. Now it sounds as though Nathan Hughes has been spotted. He was our leader at the halfway stage. We certainly would expect, if he was swimming even splits, then we would have expected him across the line by now. Great to see the smiles on the faces. The subplot here, by the way, is the 1 hour cutoff. I know it's still a long way off, 12 minutes or so, but those hoping to complete the long course weekend full distance need to have embarked upon their second circuit before the 1 hour mark. So there's plenty of time at the moment for the likes of Steve Fernie, Genevieve Tho, Lloyd Mellons, Ian Jones, Joanna Barlow, Tom McCollin, comfortably inside the cutoff. So too Kev George. Nathan Hughes has come up now on the official results. His winning time, 47:21. Very, very good swim. So second place after the first lap was Edward Castro. It swum a couple of seconds inside 25 minutes, so we should be expecting him soon. I imagine he would have swum fairly even paced. Very, very good athlete, good all-rounder. Waiting to see his time. The banner came out a little bit too early. Come on, Kelly Coxhead, Scott Lloyd, Tim Clark, Mark Sansom, Sean Bundy. At the moment, the official results are only showing Nathan Hughes as having finished. Watching for the likes of Castro, Rosewell, Lloyd, the defending champion. So Castro has been spotted, I believe. And this would be good, consistent swimming from him. 6:51 I make it, so that's pretty good going for his second circuit. Oh, just a little tumble towards the line. He's okay. Liam Lloyd coming towards the finish. Lloyd, remember, was in 4th place after the first lap. Cameras beginning to focus in on Hannah Monday, champion in 22. Huge amount of experience. Good swimming by the leaders. Still waiting for the computer system to officially give us the deficits. Now we've got a few. Yeah, it suddenly clicked into gear. Lloyd Rosewell came up for 2nd place. Edward Castro was in 2nd after the first lap. So it's Nathan Hughes by 3 minutes 45. Lloyd Rosewell was 51.06. Just pipping Edward Castro on the line, 51.10. Such a long way to go, though. Both of them inside 4 minutes adrift of Nathan Hughes. Matt Hann and then Liam Lloyd, 51.50. 4.29 behind the winner, Nathan Hughes. Hannah Monday, great swimming from her. 51.53 in total. Leading woman. So the first 6 home inside 52 minutes. Hosking, Don Brooks and Oliver Simon in the mix for a top 10 finish after their first laps. Really good swimming this. We're going to get a fair number inside the 1 hour mark. Well, once the splits have been taken into account, Josh Lewis now up into 2nd place with 49.46. Rosewell 3rd, Castro 4th. Monday still far and away the leading female. Looks like Eloise Crowley, maybe 15th overall, 2nd woman. Now, less than an hour for the 2 laps is very impressive and bodes well heading into tomorrow's Sportive. This, remember, is the Zone 3 Wales swim. Tomorrow is the Wales Sportive, powered by pedal cover. But as we edge closer to the hour, the stakes begin to get higher for those in the yellow caps, struggling to get that first lap completed inside the hour. That's the cut-off. Kev Thomas, Sally Herbert going through, Darren Booth. Good work from him. Robin Arkle going well. Well done to Liz Fernie, Anita Davis, Kevin Williams. Plenty of time still, no need to panic for the long course weekenders embarking on the second circuit. Gordon Brough. Inside the hour mark for 1.2 miles. Some of those in the pink caps, nothing wrong with that. White, remember, have done 2. Martin Rogers, Quinn Beach, John Dowd, all with just enough time to get out there for that second circuit. Jamie Farr, Cheryl Edwards. It's all about that energy preservation. It's a beast of 3 days, it really is. Look at this burn up into the finish, brilliant. Great determination here. Oh, look at the elbows pumping. Great finish. Good work. Guiding each other through. Gareth Evans, well done to you. Tim Whittle-Williams, Neil Mander. Fiona Buchanan coming to the end of her one-lap swim. Sharon Trivet on the 2.4. Ollie Hazeldine, Keris Thomas. Still inside the 1 hour cut-off just at the moment. Oliver Simon, so often the winner, 55.42 in 10th overall after the 2.4 mile swim. Great commitment coming into the finish there. One of the athletes in the white caps. Eloise Crowley. Now, what deficit has she got against Hannah Mundy? Mundy, remember, won this title 2 years ago. She came through with 51.53. Good finish there. The likes of Natalie Lawrence.
Looking to stay in touch in the swim as Michelle Martin from St Albans Striders makes her way up the finish line.
Liam McKeon, Rachel Bland. Good work from them. Oh, what a good finish this is. Full of running coming in towards the finish. Just on the hour. Good work there. Now I make that the 1 hour cut-off. Rob Jones on the 2.4. Well done, Greg Beavis. Well done, ladies. Leon Young coming through. A friendly exchange between the two swimmers. And that is Shane Williams, the rugby legend. Just getting through inside the 1 hour cut-off. Shane Williams, brilliant to have him here. Seems to have been really bitten by the triathlon bug. What an honour to watch him flying down the wing in Six Nations matches over the years. Just getting a confirmation, it is exactly 5 minutes until the cut-off, so nothing wrong with Shane Williams. Plenty of time left. Sarah Jane Hughes, Jordan Discombe, Sarah Sweeten. Oh, some relieved expressions on faces coming into the finish and a leap of delight. Plenty of training, plenty of nerves, job done. Matt Soames, Luke Morgan. Well, we had 20 finishing inside the hour. The likes of Natalie Lawrence, 59.53. Lily Mae Musto wasn't too far behind her with 1 hour and 29 seconds. Francisco Gomez, we saw him finish a little while ago, 1 hour and 37 seconds. Sarah Littler, Tori Jones, Miranda McGinn, well done to all of you.
Rob Jones brings Thomas, Sarah Littler out for their second loop as Miranda McGinn and Olivia Morris. Dave Tong is in and ready for tomorrow, as is
Rob Jones, Kelly Morgan, Dave Tong.
Kelly Morgan. Welcome back, Kelly. 2 laps in the bag.
So we've still got a couple of minutes to go until this cut-off. Those in yellow caps will be desperate to get to the Australian exit in plenty of time. A couple of athletes just requiring a little bit of assistance. Maybe caught a knock on the ankle or two from those swimming over the top. So some fatigue here. That has been a tough swim. Dom Taylor, Rob Jones. The cut-off is getting ever nearer. The organisers paying close attention here. We're heading towards the rear of the field. No disgrace with these kind of times at all. Sarah Mackay, Richard Scarr. Paul Setman. Couple of full distance long course weekenders there. Oh, just struggling for balance there. It is hard to start running when you've been in the horizontal position in the pool or in the open water. Oh, what a finish there. Rob Jones, John Percy. So well done to them. 2.4 miles successfully negotiated. Now they have to think about 112 miles on the bike. two fallers there. Jess Hannay, Joanna Daniels, Janet Watson. Well done to you. Really good finish here. Might be Ross Jones. Full of running as he exits the water. Nothing wrong with that performance at all. Oh, how about this? Great finish. Ollie Griffiths, Nadine Vincent. So really tough now. Any of the long course athletes who are coming in to complete their first circuit will not be official finishers. So everybody who is still eligible to finish the long course full weekend, they have already started their second circuit. Kevin Ord, Terry Dabbs, Ian Lewis, well done to all of you. Darren Grand. Job done. Amy Durrant, Alan Hunt, James Soanes. .36, home inside an hour and 5. Dominic Taylor with 1:04.46. Emily Janes went well. 66.23. Hannah Monday and Nathan Hughes have taken the prize money. Hughes, 47.21. Absolutely brilliant swim. And Hannah Monday, 51.53. The champion from 2 years ago. Big lead. 7 minutes it was before we had the second female home, Karis Thomas. Amy Stokes was third. Eloise Crowley and Natalie Lawrence. Lawrence, the defending champion, ensuring it was 5 women home inside the hour. And Lily Mae Mustoe wasn't too far behind in 6th either. Really competitive action at the front. And these are still some excellent finishes here. Jonathan Cosson, Jack Pittard, Simon Batty storming in. Remember, those with yellow have got an awful lot to do between now and the red carpet. Tom Longdon, well done. Nia Davis, Debbie Carter, Lewis Redmond, James Alexander. Naomi Davis, Karen Fitzgerald, James Clark Sawyer. Excellent efforts. Just gone 7:10 local time. It's long course weekend Wales, powered by Hugh James, and they've been propelled on their way here by a great crowd. A little bit overcast, yes. Freezing cold, no. Brilliant, brilliant atmosphere, as there will be again tomorrow morning. The finishing shoot on Sunday is something to behold. If you're on holiday in Pembrokeshire and you happen to be here out of coincidence with the event, come down and sample the atmosphere. It's brilliant. Walking around the town, just having a beer or an orange juice and just seeing the endeavour and the enthusiasm from the crowds. Darren Beddoes, Luke Cross, Dawn McCafferty. First medal of 4, hopefully, for the long course weekenders. Well done to you, Matt Archer, Darren Beddoes, Luke Cross, Luke Richards. Plenty of space around these swimmers now. That's a nice solid effort towards the finish. Millie Crane. Good running there at the end of a 2.4 mile swim on uneven sand. Alicia Thomas, Poppy Boyden, Pete Cornwall.
Alicia Thomas, Kelly Joyce, come on ladies.
Well done, Aaron Templeman, Owen Lewis, Richard Favell, Tom Williams, Sean Greetham, Emily Dilks, Paula Higgins. Oh, big burn up towards the finish here. Such a long way to go for the half distance or full distance. So 2 hours now for those who just made it round the long course full distance athletes. They have to finish within 2 hours. So Shane Williams, the Wales and Lion great, is on his second lap. Scott Mawson, Chris Edwards, Lewis Jenkins. Well done to all of you. Go on, Rachel, the supporters say. Great effort finishing together. They'll be ready for a big dinner, a warm shower, and most importantly of all, an early night. Steve Jones. What a great marathon runner. Namesake Steve Jones was back in the day. World record holder from the Valleys. Ran a 2:07 in Chicago. What year was that? Back in 85, I think he held the world record. Andre Arcana, Kerry Van Wiesel, Jackson Thomas, well done. Just looking down all the results. Those on the 2-lap. Joanne Pollock completed the top 30 with 73 minutes 22. Gemma Jones was 74.13. Well done to Mike Rhodes, Owen Bennett, Mike Harris. Just going back to the men.
He's down from Ferndale.
55 men inside 70 minutes for the 2 laps. Adam Blackmore, well done to you. Made it 55th. 69.51. We had 15 men inside the hour. James Hunt Kosh, 59.52 in 15th place. Great work. 95 men inside 1 hour 15. Zach McCulloch, 95th. 1:14.59. Meanwhile, they keep pouring across the finish line. Joe Roderick, Dave Jackson, John Webb, Tim Lewis, Joe Roderick, Will Akerman, Nathan Launchbury-Jones, Neil Longeran, Kev Seville, Dave Schooling. Don't forget to sign up. And if you do fancy a long course weekend later this year, but you're too late for this one, long course weekend Belgium, 22nd of September. Long course weekend Yorkshire, the 6th of September. Some great events around Europe. There are also events in New Zealand. Long course weekend Holland came into being in 2017, so too same year Mallorca, Australia. Belgium joined the party in 2019 and New Zealand in 2021. Yorkshire's first is this year's. Really good principle. Each of the three big efforts separated by a night's sleep. Brad Ward, Hugh Rees, Simon Jones, Sean Gittings, well done to you. Llewellyn O'Herlihy, Andy Lowry, John Slade. And still they keep on coming. Plenty inside 80 minutes. Nothing wrong with 40 minutes a lap. Really good. And there's no point in leaving it all in the water. They've got to save themselves for the bike and the run to come Saturday and Sunday. This is about getting to bed feeling confident, feeling pleased with the first instalment, but ready and raring to go first thing tomorrow morning. We'll be on air at 6:30, by the way. Taking it all the way through, doing our best to give you some timing updates. Sunday we're covering the marathon, the half marathon and the 10K. So if you can't make it to Tenby in person and you're trying to support somebody specific, keep in touch on our YouTube coverage. Well done, Daniel John, Kev Freeman, Max Lauday, Dave Allen, Morgan Slate, Richard Airy getting the job done. A little bit of a tumble, but he's okay. He's got his goggles in his hand. And that's a nice way to cross the line inside 80 minutes. Well done. 240s is really good. So just catching up with the top couple of hundred. Nigel Morgan in 100th place. The vet, over the age of 40, at 1:15. Really good. Maria Powell is the latest official female finisher inside 80 minutes with a 79.25. Well done to her. And well done Beth Follis. Piers Crozier, Alison Schofield, Keely Thomas, Helen van der Nelson, Liz Babbage coming in at the end of the one lap. So we're gently tickling our way to an hour and a half. Still a great effort. One of three done for many of these long course weekenders. If you are watching on our YouTube coverage, post a little message and we'll try and give your friend or loved one a shout out, or maybe you've just got a comment about what a brilliant weekend it is. Leave a note and we'll try and check that occasionally. Well done to Alan Cameron, Kathy Stringer, Griffith Davis. Oliver Aserati, James Bream. Well done, Lindsay Carpenter, Andrew Rishley, Richard Rees. Two hours is the cut-off for those still out on the course in the yellow caps. Bethan Wooten, Adam Davis, Lewis Paul. Great efforts. Well inside an hour and a half. And for those who find it a little bit uncomfortable in the water, great to get their weaker event out the way on the first evening. Lauren Watson, Anthony Watts, Gareth Lewis safely out of the water. The spectators are still in good voice. What a celebration there. Great stuff. John Hopkins, Hugh Evans, Craig Rant, Richard Brunson, Emily Marchant making it towards the finish. John O'Willicombe. Well done, Millie Brace and Rachel Thomas. Some still looking quite light on their feet. Skipping over the sand. Reese Richards, Lucy Chifo getting a big shout out from the PA announcer. Nice wave to the crowd. James Wanless, Roy James, Mike Davis, Matthew Dawes. Good swimming. We'll keep a close eye out for the legend Shane Williams as well. The official results are showing 67 women officially home with their times posted. Abby Lewis, the latest, with 84 minutes 34, 124.34. Jody Hughes joins the finishers. Liam Gilby, Jonathan Evans, Will Evans. Well done, Louise Madge. That's a nice smile for the camera. Coming in big groups now, closing in on the 1.5 hour mark, Jason Ennis. Meg Jones, Luke George, Emily Musgrave, Leanne Jones, Tom Bellotti, Karen Foley. Stage 1 of 3 complete. The red carpet and Sunday afternoon is not too far away. A little bit of a helping hand here. Nice to see. Ryan Davis, Chris Mahoney, Tony Millett, Matty Palmer, Melanie Kemp, David Atkinson, Claire Jackson. Important to give as many of these names as possible, especially for those tuning in specifically to see their friends, family and loved ones make it to the finish. Oh, good swathe of finishers coming up towards the line with a very decent effort here. Well inside an hour and a half. Official clock showing just inside 1:28 at the moment. Gareth Rees and Grant Rees, Adam Demery, Andrew Benger coming out of the water. 45 minutes a lap is great work. Mark Passmore, Rhys Evans, Paul Egan, Gavin Evans. Huge numbers coming across the finish line now. Always good to see the smiles. Kerry Cockman, Nikki Whitehead. Nicely done. Well, they've got plenty of space around them now. Quite a nice finish, and loads of spectators have stuck around to see these swimmers coming home still comfortably inside an hour and a half. What are we on? I'm just looking at that clock in the background. 1:29:15, 16. Ah, nice and steady. Couple of high fives. So we'll get a few more home inside an hour and a half on the official clock. One or two will be quicker than that, even if they finish outside that time, if they didn't cross the start line for a moment or two, because there were so many swimmers. But this is really good going. So the official clock now ticks on to an hour and a half. Callum Beacon, Nikki Rees, James O'Donnell. And Nikki Rees being given a great reception. He is the only ever present. He's done the full long course in every single year. The Five Frogs Tri Club still going strong. Good swim from him, really good swim. Darren Wagg, Ian Smurden, Rob Graham. Bowing for the medals. Well done, Stewie Matthews. Tom Mahoney. So we'll keep you posted as best we can tomorrow with all the scores and the times. Amy Deacon, Ben Snell, Owen Stadden, Richard Hughes. Kev Knight, Yestin Foster, Michael O'Brien, Richard Mercer. Course records tomorrow, by the way. What an absolute beast last year. Liam Lloyd on the bike, 4:52. Lucy Gossage, the women's record holder, back in 2019, 5:34. 4:52 for 112 miles. One of the reasons why Lloyd managed to win last year. So just going over the top 10 or so in the women's race. Hannah Monday with a 51.53, 7 minutes behind her, Caris Thomas, just inside 59. And then we had a further 3 women in the 59s, Amy Stokes, Eloise Crowley, Natalie Lawrence. So Natalie Lawrence, the defending champion, going well in 5th, Lily Mae Mustoe 6th, Louis Davis 7th, Chloe Davis 8th, Rachel Sion 9th, and Kelly Morgan was 10th in 1:03.46. Just going on to the men. Top 10 inside 56 minutes. Oliver Simon making the top 10 after winning the inaugural edition and in 11, 2014, 2015 and 2019. So he's got a little bit of ground to make up, but he's still in touch with a 55.42 swim. Liam Lloyd, the defending champion, was a 51.50 man. He was 6th out of the water. The watch tomorrow for Edward Castro. Finished 4th in the swim with 51.10. He was 2nd after the first lap. And looks like he's ready for a big bike ahead of a burn-up in Pembrokeshire for the marathon on Sunday. Weather beginning to close in a fraction. It's getting a little bit misty. All the support crews still out on the water, keeping a close eye on all of those trying to complete their 2 laps inside 2 hours. That is the official cutoff to still give themselves a chance of being full long course weekenders by the end of Sunday afternoon. Well, it's been a brilliant opening instalment of drama here this evening, and there's still a big battle for those vying for the right to get on that bike course tomorrow, having finished the swim in under 2 hours. Shane Williams, rugby legend, is in the water. Hopefully he'll make it through inside 2 hours. Well, over the course of the weekend, our coverage will rock and roll. I'm Rob Walker. I'll be doing a little bit on YouTube. And then at varying times over the weekend, I'll be handing over to our commentators on site to pick up the baton and guide us through the last 25 minutes or so of each of the events. So as the Zone 3 Wales swim edges towards a conclusion, with everybody paying close attention, especially to the yellow caps in the water trying to come home inside 2 hours, I will sign off for the evening and hand over to the PA team on the ground in Tenby. This is Long Course Weekend Wales, powered by Hugh James, and it's been a blistering start. I'll look forward to joining you at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
through. He's doing so well today. Alex Simpson there, Richard Heck, Dawn Davis and Jason Stacey. Through to Gate 2 at Long Course Weekend Wales 2024. 112 miles of cycling for them tomorrow. As Helen Frost completes her swim at Long Course. And down from Cheltenham is Wendy Haskins, Lisa Walker, Chris Jones and Alan Fleer now. Harry Malone, welcome back, sir. Charles Wynne Rowlands, Joanna Barlow, Geraint Morgan, Ben Pundick and Rob Withall. Brian James. Darren Gibbons, James Finch there from Cheltenham Tri Club, Carmarthen Tri Clubs, Nigel Phillips. Alice Roach, Laura Davis, Aled Rowlands, Tim Clark, Adam Davis, Chris Cook and Carly Marsh from Ferndale Tri Club. Meg Evans, Wayne Callan, Peter Jones, Rob Pullen from Wrexham Tri Club. There's Garen Edwards, Billy Taylor, Himanshu, Sachdiva, Dave Sykes, Alan Wheeler, Dave Hills, Dave Turner, Mark Baker, Joe Kirk Harris, Al Kirk Harris. Well done you two for staying together. Are you tied on? Louis James, Tom Holt, Derek Perler and Adam James. You're into day 2, Adam, well done. Greg Boys, Julian Strachan-Jones, Greg Payne, James Wakely, Stuart Davis all the way down from Ammanford. A family affair there in the chute, that's fantastic to see. As Chippenham Tri Club's Lycia Fairhurst. Sean Thomas there from Tenby Penguins. Laurie Klimovich from Torvan Tri Club Celtic Tries. Paul Jones is through to day 2. Well done, Paul. As is Gareth Thomas, Lloyd Mellons. We're making it look very easy there. Alan Reese. Welcome back, sir. Take your time, Alan. Enjoy it, sir. Anwen Henshaw there, Tribe of One. 2.4 miles, Anwen, well done you. Matthew Pulteney, Celtic Tries, Tara Williams. Matt Davis out the water as Lee Meredith. Mark Jones. We'll see you tomorrow, sir. Joanna Percival. Well done. Loads of time. Well done, you. 2 days to go, Joanne. As Stephen Hoare makes his way through. Katie Langford now in the chute. Well done, Katie. Paul Barrett. Karis Evan. Come on, Karis. That's all you got to do now. Smile, smile, smile. Andrew Asprey, Ross Greenwood. Well then, Ross, you're through. Amy Davis and Joanna Otterson. Well done, Joanna. Emma Beckenham. Apparently this one's for Jen and Helen. You made her do it. Well, she's done it. Okay, Tenby, 22 minutes on the clock. They've got 22 minutes to get through to day 2. Kelly Watts, welcome back, Kelly. First ever sea swim was 21 days ago. First swim event ever. Well, Kelly, there's no better place to swim than here and Colonia San Giorgi. Simon Grant, Chris Morris, Rob the Schoolmaster from Trots Running Club. But all seriousness, guys, Colonia San G just been voted best open swim location in the world, and I can back that. It's a national park. We're there every April. Have a look at Long Course Weekend Mallorca. Barry Fitzgerald. 79 years old. Give him a massive round of applause. It's all upstairs, people, and there is the proof. Jonathan Wells, Kevin Justice, Tamsin Law, Heather Aspen, Alex Graham from Heathwood Tri Club, Rachel Bodice. Come on, Rachel. Day one is in the bag. Nicholas Bird and Adam Arnold. Now Jason Dixon and Steve Lawrence. Well, and gents, we'll see you tomorrow. Brian Hussey and Daniel Partridge. There's a lot down from Team Reese Gym Triathlon Club. Chris Morris. He's through now as we look out now. The back markers, 20 to go. Scott Lloyd from Swansea Vale there. Catherine Cuthbertson. Ricky Killeen from the Royal Welsh. Good luck, Ricky. We'll see you tomorrow. Shane Williams, welcome back, sir. He can't help but smile. From Achilles Racing, Pamela Carter from St Helen. Pamela Carter there, Dean Edwards, Peter Fudge from Swansea Vale Triathlon Club, John Miles out the water, as is Podge Williams, Stuart George from DC Tri, TJ Gardner, welcome back, Emily Sams, don't face plant now, Emily, you got this. Stephen Cole and Donovan Sandham. Justin Jones. See you tomorrow, sir. Rest up. 2 days to go. Laura Parsons. Ronnie Kynes. Come on, Laura, you got this. Ronnie Kynes, Lindsay Blackford and Paul Rogers. More yellow hats come and make their day into day 2 as Russell Clark from Tenby Aces, Alice Richards, Joseph Broad and Paul Rogers. You're all through, guys. Okay, guys, if Donna Reed is on the beach, Donna Reed, if you can come to the DJ tent. Donna Reed, if you're on the beach, come to the DJ tent. Russell Clark, Kirsty Chappell and Mark Payne. Welcome back. Kieran Price, Craig Morgan. One little sandy run. Oh, it is tough. That blood drains from those legs. Soft sand. It's not meant to be easy, guys. Chris Armstrong there. Team Zoot, well done, Chris. Genevieve through into day 2. You and Anthony, Leanne Early. Claire Foxall there from Team Newts. Christy Coleman, Edward Bolton, out the water. We are 14 minutes on the clock. Testing conditions today. Lots of wind out the back there, but some incredible swim times coming through today. The ladies' field is tight going in tomorrow as well, as is the men's. As Simon Davis from Porthcawl Tri Club, Sally Herbert, Robin Arnkle, Rob Lynham, and from Command Tri Club, Mark Davis hits the sand. Down from Oxford, Katie McDonald. Matthew Davis there, Sarah Robson. Welcome back, Sarah. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 days to go. And we'll see you on that carpet on Sunday. Sean Bundy. Gareth Evans, 2.4 mile swim. As Shelley Evans puts her dot on the swim day of long course weekend. You can cross it off, Shelley. 2 to go. Clock stops under the arches, guys. Peter Evans there, saving Shelley from the jellies. It's Chris Reese, Chris Wells, Andrew Griffiths, Mia Cosma. See you tomorrow, sir. Linda Woodward crosses, big shout out as well to all the volunteers from her. Over 600 of those volunteers this weekend. Couldn't do it without them. Over 15,000 raised as well with our volunteer groups, the local causes, local group sports clubs. Barry Jones from Swansea Vile. Kevin Williams as well into the chute. Well done, Kevin. Yonti Friday. Richard Wintle. It seems a long way from yesterday's sunny expo. He's been here before. Well done, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow. Daniel Doughty, North Dog Dredgers. Mark Breakall there. Onto the sand, as is Dennis Hother now from Team Gin Jim. That sounds the sort of team I want to be in, sir. Rest up well, Dennis. Christopher Jones there from Swansea Tri Sharks. Welcome back, Sarah Kirkham and Barry West. See you tomorrow, guys. I've seen the forecast, it's going to be hot. Sun cream tomorrow. Sarah Shahin. Ashley Troll, Joseph Edwards, Matthew Harries. Elena Johnson, Jamie Farr, Matthew Harris. As Nicola McLeod completes her swim. So if Emma Pearce, Jessica Crawley, Bronwyn Clisod, Albie Howe, Sean Petty, Jack Smith, Lloyd Roosevelt's, Josh Lewis, Nathan Hughes, Amy Stokes, Karis Thomas and Hannah Monday make their way to the Finisher Pen award ceremony in just under 10 minutes. But right now we welcome home George Davis, Angus Harding, Josh Fitzgerald, Matthew Jones and Nicola McLeod. Rebecca Loftus and Abby Dunn. Welcome back. Rest up well, Abby. We'll see you tomorrow. But Mark Thomas now bringing his swim to a close. Big shout out as well to his family, Heather, Corey and Isabel. John Dowd, you well done, sir. See you tomorrow. Helen Davis now completes her swim as Rachel Bland. Make your way to the finish line, guys. Clock stops on the march. Get under that arch. Number 2181, Marie Cockham. Marie Cotton, if you can make your way now, make yourself known, please, Marie Cotton. Just come to the DJ truck here, the DJ stand. Marie Cotton, if you can make your way over to the DJ decks here, please. Christopher Richards from Neath Harriers, welcome back, sir. So if Marie Cotton can make her way to the DJ decks, please. Marie Cotton. So 2 minutes now for these long course athletes. Sarah Littler, come on Sarah. Get under that arch, Sarah. Team Whittle-Williams there, completing his swim. All the way down from Merthyr Tri Club now, Peter Stevens completes his day. Marie Cotton, welcome back. Come on, Marie, you got this. Come and get your medal. Sarah Froud, but give Marie a massive round of applause. Richard Evans from Swansea Vale. Well done, Richard. Liam McKeon from Merthyr Tri. Come on, Liam. Come and get your medal, sir. Battled hard out there today, Neil. And from Thames Valley Tri, Richard Scar. Well done, Richard. Okay, guys, we move on to the presentations now. Bronwyn Clifford, Jessica Crowley, Emma Pierce, Nathan Hughes, Josh Lewis, Lloyd Rosewell, Hannah Monday, Karas Thomas, Amy Stokes. So we move on to the men's. No, we don't. We're having a quick photo. We move on to the men's race. And in 28.09 from Newport, under 18s, triathletes, Albie Ho. In second place in a time of 26.24 from Porthcawl Triathlon Club, it's Sean Petty. And your men's champion all the way down from Monmouth in 25.22, it's Jack Smith. Okay, we move on to the 2.4 mile swim. And in the ladies' race, there's been some incredible times here. From Swansea University Swimming Club in 59.23. Put your hands together for Amy Stokes. In second place, racing at a Cardiff Masters in 58.58, it's Karis Thomas. And your ladies 2.4 mile champion, taking the £1,000 cash prize from IntelliTry with an incredible 51.53. She's no stranger to long course weekend. She's a previous champion. It's Hannah Monday. Congratulations, guys, and thank you, Hannah, for coming back. Great to see you back in Tenby, always is. We move on to the men's. And in 51 minutes and 6 seconds, in third place, put your hands together for Lloyd Rosewell. In second place, sub 50 as well, 49.46. It's Josh Lewis. And your men's champion, dare I say it, the defending champion. He's going to take some beating, but with a swim time of 47.21 out there today, your men's champion is Nathan Hughes. Congratulations, guys, and that brings day one. Over 2,000 athletes swimming out there today. Day one of long course weekend to a close. We move on now to the Sultans, where tomorrow the Wales Sportif will take place. 40, 72 and 112 miles of cycling. Our lead bike's off at 7 o'clock in the morning. Our 40 mile is off at 9:30, and then we welcome them all home. The forecast is incredible. We're going to have a load of fun down there. If you want to come down, loads of food vans, loads of bars, loads of our expo partners. We'd love to see you down and welcome all our athletes home again on day two of long course weekend. But right now, day one, the Wales swim, the Zone 3 Wales swim is a wrap.